everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Welcome back to our podcasts. Isang maulang Sunday afternoon po sa inyong lahat. We just came from SM Clark para po bumili ng gamit ng anak namin for school. Since the next 2 weeks, babalik na siya sa school. So, in preparation for that, we just bought some stuff para sa kanya. But while going home, as usual guys, let's talk about some topics. One of which that people have asked is yung difference ng hybrid setup at saka yung full remote work. So for some of you that are considering to actually join and be part of the freelancing industry, let's dive in and check kung ano yung mas pabor sa inyo. Ito naman po ay based lang sa aming experience. So kung meron po kayong ibang experience or ibang knowledge or information that you guys got from different people that have other experiences in this setup, feel free to comment down below. So again, let's talk about hybrid setup and yung full remote work. Ano ba yung cons? Ano ba yung mga benefits niya? And of course, we will define as well kung ano ba yung hybrid setup para mas maintindihan ninyo, and then yung full remote work. And at the end of the podcast, I guess we'll just let you know ano ba yung thoughts namin in these different setup. So yeah, let's dive into it guys. Alright, so let's first define yung hybrid setup. Since ikaw nasa hybrid yung setup mo, maybe you can tell them what is hybrid setup for you.
Ito magiging combination ng alam ko lang din based sa nabasa ko, based sa nakwento sa akin, sa yung almost 2 months na experience ko pa lang. Actually, 1 month pa lang ako ngayon. Dahil nag-start ako last week ng May. And then ngayon is nasa last week ng June. So, yun. Okay. So, for me...
Happy 1 month?
Yeah, 27. Okay. So, again, hybrid for me is almost the same as a full remote. Lalo na kumpara sa setup namin kasi kami is required lang kami mag-report to office on a second Tuesday of the month saka fourth Friday of the month. So technically at least twice a month lang. Pero may mga kilala ako once or twice a week sila nag-report to office. So yun. So technically, let's talk about sa ibang scenario, yung mas madalas. 2 to 3 times, let's say sa kilala ko Monday and Tuesday nasa office siya. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nasa bahay siya nag-work. So, yun, syempre, pag nasa office siya, dala niya yung in-issue na laptop or kung may workstation siya sa office, yun ang gagamitin niya. Then pag nasa bahay naman siya, depende kung anong rules, kung use your own device or depende sa in-issue na hardware, yun ang gagamitin mo. So again, yung... almost same siya sa full remote, I can say. Na it's just that you need to go sa office every once in a while and then the rest is working sa bahay.
Siguro, to also give them idea, tingin mo, ano ba yung reason why some companies or clients prefer the hybrid setup? Ano yung mga sample reasons?
Pwede siguro sabihin, kagaya ng sa amin is sa company nila kailangan, dahil may project na malaki, kailangan nila ng maraming manpower but limited yung office space. So nagsi-shifting kung sino muna papasok sa office, sino muna mag remote support. So company, I think nakita naman nila na siguro yung productivity wise almost the same as lagi nasa office. It's just that makakatipid sila like simpleng yung mga tubig, hindi na nila kailangan i-provide sa 100% ng headcount nila yung office space. Imbis na kumuha sila, sabihin mo na ng mga 100-seater na office, 50-seater na lang. So economically makakatipid si company, but at the same time mare-require niya pa rin pumasok sa office para siguro check or status check kung okay pa ba or need na ng onting assistance na personal or something. So yun,
So yung
Combination
sinasabi
siya
mo,
ng full office reporting saka remote work.
so probably, to summarize, parang kahit pa paano, it's also because some companies have their own office already. But then hindi enough yung space for everyone. That's the reason why they're setting up hybrid for their employees.
Okay, parang sa inyo rin, yung naging scenario nyo, di ba kung maalala mo yung sa dati mong company,
Yeah, oo.
una, 100% report to office, and then nag-pandemic. So may
They had to drop
lumipat
their
sila
main
ng
office.
mas maliit para
Yes,
makatipid sa
makatipid.
office space. And then yung time na hindi na obligado na magpa-remote work, hindi na talaga nila kayo pinabalik. The reason is lumiit na yung office space niya. So same headcount, let's say same 100 headcount, pero yung space na lang is 450.
Yeah, well,
Ganun.
there are other reasons, guys, why companies or clients preferred hybrid setup or yung full-time remote setup kasi yun yung mga bagay na parang they're considering other than of course their office location or meron na talaga silang biniling office or sa kanila mas preferred nila na nakikita pa na rin nila yung employees nila, yung siguro I guess task optimization, mga ganyan. So those are things na pwedeng reasons as to why companies or clients preferred yung setup ng hybrid. But sa side ko naman, ng full-time remote guys, from the word itself, it's full-time remote. So basically, walang chances of, meeting or going to the office.
O sobrang minimal.
Or kung meron man, actually experience
Mga
ko naman
events
is,
lang.
ayun lang, literal na isang beses lang, or at least, siguro after 2 years, ganyan. Sa amin kasi yung experience ko is after 2 years, we met, but it's not all about work. It's all about yung meet up lang, events, recreations, ganyan. I guess to meet each other kasi para magkaroon ng mukha yung mga tao dun sa sa work, ganyan. So at the same time, para sa akin, it builds camaraderie, yung teamwork. Iba pa rin kasi talaga yung pakiramdam kahit pa paano na magkita-kita once in a while. So yun lang naman ang full-time remote. So let's dive into the cons. Bakit hindi pinipili ng iba ang hybrid setup? Ano ba yung mga cons or mga challenges na meron sa hybrid setup?
Base kay Google, yung mga bullet points niya is one is yung potential for inconsistent schedule. So, yeah, cons ko yun, like last week, or hindi, sabihin natin first time ko nag-report to office para kunin yung laptop. The plan is 1 day lang. And then nagka-problema, downtime, system offline, stuff like that. Naging 2 days. So imagine, galing akong Tarlac, pumasok ako ng sobrang aga, or 6 to 7, nasa Manila na ako. And then sasabihin lang sa akin na di may issue today, balikan na lang bukas. Diba? Napakahirap. So good thing, medyo nag-anticipate na ako na may dala na ako ng second na damit. So nag-check-in na lang ako sa hotel.
What if wala nga?
What if uwi ka? Or what if side view? Ganun mangyayari. So uwi ka,
Hindi ko ma-imagine.
extra 2,000 para sa gas and toll.
Mukha ka ng mandirigma tapos yun pa rin ang isusuot mo the next day.
Amoy mandirigma kasi syempre ayun, yung inconsistent schedule, pwede mag-iba-iba, pwedeng like sa setup namin, kaya ng sinabi ko na kanina, at least twice ang SOP namin, pero depends on the status of the project. Like if it's getting blocked by something, so we need to be more focused, we need to go to sa office, we need to collaborate personally, parang ganon. So pwede madagdagan, most likely, depende sa status ng project. Then another one, office commute on some days yun. So technically, pag nadagdagan yung schedule mo, is dadami rin yung report to office mo. Like, ina-anticipate mo, twice a month ka lang pupunta. Pero pwede expect mo na rin na at least magiging 4 times yun, 5 times yun, 6 times yun. Yun. So, sa akin, galing province, malaki yung damage sa akin nun. Kasi almost 2,000 nga per
gasolina.
Yun. So nag-iisip talaga ako ng workaround, like nung share ko nga sa dating video, like magbabas na lang ako, like pupunta ako ng madaling araw, after ng shift ko, let's say Monday, kailangan ko na pumunta ng office ng Tuesday. After ng shift ko ng Monday, magbabas ako, mag-check-in ako, then yun na, So mas maliit pa rin yung in terms of gastos, like 1,000 plus sa hotel, 200,
Pero what
200
if
sa bus.
walang murang hotel, no? Ang hirap.
Oh, yun nga, thank God kasi may mga low cost hotel na tayo ngayon, may mga Airbnb option na tayo ngayon.
Yeah.
Ang purpose ko lang is mas malapit ako sa office. Hindi ko na kailangan gumising na alas 4 na madaling araw para bumiyahe, para sure na makakaiwas sa traffic, para sure na may parking. Kasi alam naman natin, notorious si Makati pag sa pahirapan sa parking.
Hello dyan sa mga nag-work sa Makati.
Yeah. And then, lastly, yung coordination, challenge for team meetings. Siguro, ang ibig sabihin nito is yung, yun nga, one time, lahat kayo naka-video call, lahat kayo nasa bahay, remote work. Then, one time, iba yung setup. Iba yung kasama mo sa office. Siguro, let's say,
Siguro yung
consists of
consistency.
10 teams kayo, or 10 heads sa isang teams. So, 3 nasa office, 7 nasa remote support. So, yung medyo alam mo yung hirap ng conversation ng yung 3 biglang magbubulungan. Ay, oo nga pala, nakalimutan mo, kailangan isama mo sa usapan yung 7. So, unlike lahat kayo nasa remote, mas madali, di ba? Mas magulo yan pag kunyari, yung 3 heads nasa sa office, yung 7 nandun sa remote.
Okay.
Diba? Parang ganun.
So parang may chances kasi na dahil nga yung
Experience
schedule
ko na yun.
ninyo is magkakaiba, may chances na magkaroon ng inconsistency in terms of communication and collaboration.
Oh, yan. Yung na-experience ko yun sa Singapore, like sila hybrid sila, nagkikita-kita sila ako dahil nasa Pilipinas ako, full remote lang ako. So may times na nasa meeting kami, nagbubulungan na sila. Tapos tatanungin ko, what's the updates or anything that I miss? Yung mga ganun. Kasi narinig ko, nag-uusap na sila, pero hindi ko naiintindihan ano yung pinag-uusapan kasi nga, bulungan na lang. Unlike pag lahat kayo nasa virtual, online,
Office.
same ano kayo, same
Same
wavelength
page.
kayo, same wavelength, same lahat kayo, same page kayo, di ba? Yun lang naman magiging cons mo. Yun, so I think yun yung 3 cons ko with hybrid. How about you? May share ba ng cons ng full remote or job?
Actually, sa full remote work, pinaka-known talaga is yung isolation. So, as you guys know, medyo ang setup kasi talaga ng full remote work is you're working alone. Unless, of course, meron kang asawa that you're both working together in the same company or same client. Pero, most of the time, mag-isa mo lang talaga, like on your own station, compare sa side ng may chances kayo na magkita and work together. So sa full remote work, ikaw lang talaga. So isolation-wise, mataas talaga yung percentage dun sa side na yan. But ang lagi ko namang sinasabi is, especially if sa full remote work, hindi naman ibig sabihin that you guys are all working from home, you won't be able to have that chat, diba? Madalas nga, lagi sinasabi ng asawa ko, ang dami namang chismis sa work ninyo. Kasi sa amin, it's another way to de-stress at the same time to, alam mo yun, to get to know the person that you're working with kahit virtually man lang. Kahit hindi kayo nakikita for a couple of years, at least, magkikita kayo, parang mas magaan. Yun yung sa akin. Kaya meron kaming konting daldalan. So, mga kumare ko dyan sa chismisan. Hello. Ayan. So, yun yung isang isolation. And then, next sa listahan ko actually is communication challenges. So, compared sa setup ng hybrid or ng full office, basically, lahat ng communication will be based sa platform na gamit ninyo. And of course, there are some times where these platforms doesn't work or you have to wait until that person is available. So, for example lang, kailangan mo ng support either from client or from your onshore na ka-work. So, you have to wait. Hindi yung parang tipong kapag nakita kayo, isang topic mo lang, uy, paano ba to? Can you help me on this one? It's easier and it's faster for you to get the resolution or the assistance that you need. Pero kapag full-time remote work, talagang you have to schedule. Yun talaga yung pinakano. But at some point din naman, there are other options now where it makes these challenges I guess, easier na maging ma-resolve. So, for example, dati, kailangan video calls. But there are some options like WhatsApp where you can download on your phone na and then someone can just pick it up or someone can just answer your question via their phone. Hindi na kailangan sa computer pa. So, yun yung isa. Pangalawa, I mean. And then yung third sa listahan ko is distractions at home. So, I guess marami makaka-relate dito kasi, and even the clients, actually before yung client ko, we're all working in the office. Pero, sabi niya, no, kasi ino-offer na namin ng work from home before that, ayaw talaga niya. The main reason daw is because sa work from home setup, madami talagang distraction. Andyan yung manok, pag nag-calls kayo, and of course, if you're working with international clients, some of them won't understand bakit may manok sa calls. I mean, tunog ng manok sa calls, ganyan, or kids that are crying. So, marami talagang distractions. Other than that, of course, kasi sa office setup, you can just sit dun sa table mo, or sa chair mo, sa table mo, and then you can do all the work. Pero kapag full-time remote ka kasi, andyan yung pwede kang manood ng TV, or ng Netflix, or any videos while working. So, distracted ka. Hindi ka talaga 100% focused sa work. So, it takes a lot of effort para ma-make sure mo na if it's a time for you to work lang talaga. Kasi it has a lot of impact kasi you might, especially for those that are working on let's say bookkeeping or accounting, bawal tayo magkamali because you guys are handling some books of the clients or yung mga accounting side ng businesses ng mga clients niyo. So, distractions would definitely be something na kailangan i-lessen. Pero, yun nga, that's another challenge na meron talaga sa full-time remote work. But there are a lot of things that you guys can do para ma-make sure na we're not distracted at work. And then, siguro yung last one and the most important thing para sa akin is yung work-life balance or yung boundaries na meron talaga sa full-time remote work. So, tendency is, sa normal setup ng normal household sa Pilipinas, yung mga setup is yung table natin is maybe nasa tabi lang ng bed natin or nasa sala lang siya. So, kumbaga parang abot kamay mo lang yung work. The cons there would be minsan nag-over tayo sa hours natin because we know that, we can just reach out yung bed natin. Bili muna tayo ng Chicken Joy. Alright guys, dumaan na kami saglit sa McDo para bumili ng 2-piece chicken for dinner.
Guys, pasensya na nga pala. Sorry to interrupt. Sobrang dilim parang ang lakas nitong ulan na to. Parang biglang, ano naman araw-araw pa nga, biglang sobrang dilim. So, let's go home na. Sa
mga binabagyo ngayon or nauulan ng malakas, ingat po tayo kung saan kayo manggagaling. Anyway, just to continue, so we're done with the cons, yung mga challenges sa hybrid and full-time remote work. Now, let's move on to yung benefits or yung mga pros sa hybrid and sa full-time remote work. So, let's start with you.
So, parang benefits? Parang ang nagiging pros and cons ko yung kabaligtaran ng sinabi ko kanina. So, kasi may times na papasok ka, may times na nasa bahay ka lang. So, in terms of pros, sa listahan ko, balance between office and remote work. So, para sa akin, nang ibig sabihin ng balance between, kasi minsan, like yung, again, sa past experience ko, 3 years akong full remote, naka-experience ako ng parang, hindi naman emotional drain, hindi naman,
parang hinahanap ng katawan
parang kasi naggaling din ako sa 12 years na report to office. So, hinahanap ko makipag-usap talaga, makipag-interact sa mga totoong tao.
Parang kahit mga 2 bottles lang ng
so, yun. Lumabas ako sa full remote. Ngayon, so nakukuha ko siya sa hybrid. Like, again, last week, may chance ako makipagkita sa mga office mate ko dati. May chance din ako makita yung mga last na mula. May chance din ako makita yung mga bago kong office mates. So, malaking tulong sa akin yun. So, in terms of stability or hindi na ako masyado nade-depress sa trabaho kasi totoong tao naman yung mga katrabaho ko. May mga makakaharap talaga ako. Yung parang ganun ba? Ang hirap ipaliwanag eh. Baka madrama lang talaga ako. So,
Siguro ano lang, kailangan lang siguro ng human interaction talaga. Kasi
I feel alone eh. Pag nasa full remote yun.
siguro nga, iba lang talaga yung pakiramdam para sa'yo na,
Pero-
lalo na kasi lalaki ka eh. Minsan kailangan talaga yung may
So,
konting
mga
kubak,
bromance
ganyan.
na ano eh. Yeah, pag naka-chip kami, hack to each other. Yun. Okay, next, in-person collaboration. So yan, supporting lang to ng pag nasa office ka na. Gusto ko rin naman talaga yung ano, yung although nakakapag-usap naman sa video call, pero iba pa rin yung nasa magkatabi lang kayo sa table.
Something
Minsan,
lang.
onting hand gesture mo lang, iba na ibig sabihin nun kasi pinapaliwanag mo ng isang oras. Pag may kasamang hand gesture, magiging 30 minutes lang. Magic yun, ewan ko.
Isa pa yun yung parang yung, kunwari sa language barriers, at least sa office, pag minsan nakausap mo sila, alam mo na.
Yeah. So yun, yung in-person collaboration nagiging pros pag nag-report to office ako sa during hybrid. And then, ito, medyo related siya sa una ko, yung commuting day. So, kung naka-hybrid ka at gusto mo pa rin yung nagta-travel kahit paano, pero hindi naman lagi nagta-travel dahil ayaw mo naman lagi nagta-traffic, marireduce yung commuting days mo. Yun. So, isa siya sa pros ng hybrid. Mababawasan yung travel time mo. Or yung travel mo, technically. And then, lastly, yung flexibility and structure. So, nagko-combine siya. Flexibility, nakikick in siya pag nasa bahay ka. Flexibility na ikaw bahala sa agenda mo kung anong gusto mong gawin sa buong araw.
Sure.
Pero nasasama din siya ng structure kasi lalo na kung nasa office ka, hindi naman pwedeng parang wala kang kasama sa office na mag-isa ka lang kumikilos. May structure pa rin. Okay, so set up mo na pag umaga, let's say hanggang 10 a.m. ganito gagawin ko. Pag 10 to 12, may kausap ko si ganyan. Pag gagawin ko. So, may structure naman. So, nagko-combination siya kay hybrid. Hindi siya kasing as free as a bird para kay freelancing na remote na bahala talaga. Sige, gawin mo ng isang oras
Pag
yung
ka
walang
magputing-puting.
parang ganun. So, nako-combine yung pagiging flexibility ng freelancing and structure ng report to office dahil sa hybrid setup. Yan,
Sa akin
yun yung
naman,
sa akin.
sa full-time remote work, medyo itatouch ko lang yung flexibility because it's also one of the benefits na masasabi ko talaga as a full-time remote worker. So, background lang guys, I've been in the freelancing industry for roughly around 8-10 years now. At ayokong umalis. Literal siya, after 3 years, umayaw. Ako talaga, mas gusto ko talaga ang freelancing. And masasabi ko, ang dami talagang challenges, pero madami rin talagang benefits para sa akin. And number one talaga sa akin is flexibility. So, flexibility-wise, a good example to that is, as a mom, syempre, di ba? Gusto ko pa rin ng chances na makikita ko yung anak ko, mahahag ko siya, o kaya masasamahan ko siya sa school. So, if you guys are following our page, nakikita nyo po na nagpo-post ako minsan na, for example, ihahatid ko yung anak ko, doon ako mag-work. Yun po talaga eh, para I can work anywhere, at saka anytime. Kasi yun po talaga yung nabibigay ng freelancing sa akin. So, like for example, gusto kong umattend ng mga events niya, I can still attend to that. Oops, ano yun? Shucks, ano yun? Ano ka muna? May tumama doon. Ano muna? Saglit lang guys Stop muna. Okay, so let's talk about the benefits naman sa full-time remote work. So, number one sa akin is flexibility. Just like sa kanya, yung flexibility sa full-time remote work, as a mom particularly, ang laki ng tulong niya sa akin because number one, masasamahan ko yung anak ko anytime and kailangan niya ako. A good example, if you guys are following our page, nakikita niyo po doon na at some point, pwede akong sumama sa kanya sa school, sa tutorial niya. We can work like for example sa park. As long as there's internet connection and there's your laptop with you, posible siya. Another thing, na siguro mas makaka-relate lahat ng nag-freelance is yung flexibility as to like what you're going to wear. Most of the time, hindi ko kailangan mag-dress up. So, minsan 5 minutes before work, I can just wake up and then start working. And then I can wear whatever I can wear. Meaning like pambahay, ganyan, or pantulog. As long as it looks okay naman siya sa videos. And most of the time kasi hindi naman nire-require ang video or open cam sa videos. Especially when talking to just team members. So, yan yung number 1 sa akin. Flexibility. And no commute, syempre. So, kung no commute, laking tipid. Ang laki na matitipid mo. I mean, sa hybrid setup, once in a while lang naman siya. So, but still, para sa akin, sa full-time remote work, hindi ko kailangang gumastos na pumunta sa office, or even gumastos para sa damit na kailangan ko suotin, or even, you know, like, meeting with people at work, kasi minsan magkakayaan pa kayo niyan, kakain kayo sa labas, magko-coffee and all that. So, medyo magastos siya. Plus, yun nga, iwas sa traffic, and alam niyo naman ngayon, lalo na sa Manila area, sobra yung traffic. And hindi talaga siya nakakatuwa. So, that's number 1 or number 2 na benefits para sa akin ng full-time remote work. And sa sunod na listahan ko is expanded talent pool. So, dito kasi sa full-time remote work, pwede ka kasing maging mag-work ng kahit nasaan ka. So like for example, if nasa mga remote area ka or nasa Manila ka, kahit saan ka man, pwede. Pero kasi kapag nag-hybrid setup ang company ninyo, meaning, kailangan mo i-consider kung malapit ba ikaw doon sa lugar ng office ninyo. Like for example sa amin, kinonsider na yun kasi it's just 2-hour drive from Tarlac to Manila. But imagine if you are from what? Like Pangasinan. How can you even consider doing hybrid setup, diba?
4 hours lang.
Wow! 4 hours! Good luck! But, yeah, so, dito kasi sa full-time remote work, hindi mo kailangan i-consider kung nasang lugar ka. Kasi, as long as may internet ka, as long as you have the right equipment, you can do the work. So, and of course, as long as meron kang skills. Yun. And then, lastly is, syempre, pinaka-importante is yung cost savings. So, ang laking tipid kasi talaga if you're just working from home. Above all else, hindi mo kailangang gumastos ng pasahe, ng damit, ng pagkain sa labas, konting lakad mo lang sa bahay, you can grab your food, yung suot mong pantulog o pambahay, yun na rin yung mismong office attire mo ba. So, plus, hindi mo kailangan gumastos pumunta pumunta ng, say for example, from our place, Tarlac to Manila, gagastos kami ng how much? I'm not sure sa bus, around 200 something. No, but I don't want to consider that. That's a no-no for me, unfortunately, guys. But of course, depende pa rin sa preference niyo whether gusto niyo mag-hybrid or whether gusto niyo ng full-time remote work. It really depends on you and your preferred trabaho. Kasi may mga trabaho talaga na hindi pwedeng full-time remote work. May mga trabaho na required talagang pumunta sa office, just like yung work niya, which is nasa bank. So, depende talaga siya. Yeah. Ano yung pwede mong sabihin ngayon sa lahat ng mga interested na mag-work sa hybrid setup? Ano yung kailangan nilang, I guess, i-consider, i-prepare, and all that?
Siguro sa akin lang, gagala na nangyari sa akin. So, galing ako sa matagal na report to office, 100%. So, then nag-try ako mag-full remote. Hinanap-hanap ko rin. Kumbaga, yun lang yung masasuggest ko. Kung nagsimula ka or magsisimula ka pa lang ng work, then magsisimula ka sa full remote, then well and good. Walang adjustment na mangyayari. Pero kung start ka ng report to office and then bigla mag-full remote, baka may tendency hanapin mo yun. So, pwedeng option mo rin yung mag-hybrid. Yun lang yung masabi ko. Then, kung hinahanap mo talaga yung human interaction, pero hinahanap mo yung convenience ng ng full remote. Ayun, nasa hybrid siya para sa akin. So, ayan. Kami example na siya, satisfied siya sa full remote. Ako, I think, may enjoy ko yung hybrid.
Siguro ano talaga, ang pinaka masasabi ko lang talaga guys is it's within your preference kung ano talaga yung gusto nyong maging setup ninyo sa trabaho. Especially nowadays sa madaming options, whether you'd like to do yung full-time office or hybrid or yung full-time remote work. And of course, may mga bagay na kailangan i-consider kasi hindi naman din tayo yung nag-decide whether we should be working in the office or we should be working full-time remote. Kasi may mga clients talaga and companies that has that setup already. So, you should, I guess, one, consider yung company na i-applyan ninyo. Second is yung trabaho na ina-applyan ninyo. And then third is your preference talaga. Let's say kung hindi nyo talaga gusto mag-hybrid, then don't apply for something that would offer hybrid setup. And if you prefer full-time remote work, then look for clients and companies that would offer that setup. And I guess another thing that I would like to point out is whether hybrid or whether full-time remote work, ang number one na kailangan nating i-make sure is that we should be focused dun sa work natin when we are doing the work itself. So, ang full-time remote work and hybrid setup are just setup that would allow people to have, better, I guess, collaboration with people. Diyan na po magtatapos yung podcast namin. But if you guys have any suggestions or any feedback and any experience sa hybrid or sa full-time remote work, feel free to comment down below kung ano po yung preference ninyo and ano po yung mga experiences nyo that you'd like to share to our viewers para at least meron din silang idea of whether they would like to go for a hybrid setup or for full-time remote work. And once again, this is May, this is Francis, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Bye guys!